just wrapped up show number 1. How do you feel?
It was a great show. Everybody came out, everybody had a good time. It's show number 1, we got a few more to go.
Sherry, show number 1's wrapped up. How you feel? Art, show number 1 is over. How do you feel?
I feel incredible. This place is absolutely beautiful. And look at all the beautiful people. They're the other half of the instrument. So the music came out for all of us tonight. So thank you very much.
My name is Darin Mahoney and I play guitar.
My name is Sherry Finzer and I play a variety of flutes.
My name is Art Patience and I play the harmonica.
We are Trialogue.
Oh.
How did you get into the New Age?
Well, I'm classically trained, and in 2009, I wanted to dabble in the New Age music genre and see what I could create. I came up with my first CD, Sanctuary, and have created several other CDs following that. The most fun CDs to put together, or the most interesting ones for me, are the ones that I've collaborated on with other musicians like Darin Mahoney and Mark Holland and Tom Moore.
Well, back in the 80s and 90s, I was a rhythm and blues artist, but in 1995, I met the Windham Hill pianist Scott Cossu, and we started doing concerts together. And Scott is a new age piano player who was on the Windham Hill record label for over a decade. And even though on a lot of his live shows, a lot of boogie woogie and rhythm and blues just to keep the audience hopping, but yeah, I was introduced with New Age music from working with Scott Cossu.
Well, I got into the New Age music back in, I think it was around 96. As a lot of people know, I had a serious illness with stage 4 liver cancer, and it was introduced to me in the hospital. And you know, I never really was one to listen to that kind of music, but I noticed it kind of put me in a frame of mind to relax and to let my body go someplace where it needed to heal. And that was when I was introduced to the music of Windham Hill Records.
Had to bring your down feather pillows.
Nice.
Look at that.
Now, what I like about Darin when he packs is he's always prepared for an emergency.
I am not afraid to pull off the side of the road and do the teepee dance.
Alright, we'll see you guys later.
So you guys departed for the Heart of Summer tour August 16th in the wee early mornings. What was going through everybody's mind as you guys were about to venture off into this Colorado tour?
Well, for me, I knew we were going to have a good time because obviously me and Sherry have toured before, and you know, it was just full of laughs. And knowing Art, I knew it was going to be even much more fun. So I was excited. I was curious to, you know, you're always curious to see how many people are going to show up, but it was fun. I left Chino Valley and I met everybody in Cottonwood, so I came up over the mountain, and I knew it was going to be a good trip when we all showed up at the same time.
Yeah, so that was fun, showing up and picking up Art's gear. I think the concern was, can we fit everything in the 2 cars?
Yes.
Yeah, but we did.
We
had
did.
a little extra room. So the 3 of us and Jonah along and his gear, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about, well, did I remember my harmonicas? Because I'm going to need those.
Those are important.
Yeah, I almost forgot them.
So one of the first stops you guys made was at the Four Corners. What kind of cool stuff did you guys do out there?
Well, I think we had all been to the Four Corners before. I think it was Jonah that was whining about never been.
Yeah, a little bit of whining.
Yeah,
right.
Treat was taking
we had to
Jonah.
pull in there because Jonah wanted to see the Four Corners. I want to stand in all four states. Took a picture and then we left.
We are at the Four Corners.
Four Corners.
Let's see.
Nice glasses.
They're hiding my very tired eyes from getting up so early. You don't have it too. I know we could pull the instruments out, eh?
So the first show was in Durango. Before you guys went there, you guys did a little shopping downtown. One of the stores was Overland Outfitters.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cool stuff did you guys buy in there? I saw you guys pick
That
up a
was
few
fun.
things.
You know, I think the last tour we were on, we stopped in Santa Fe and we did the same thing. We
Yeah.
tried on all these different hats, and when I knew, the minute Sherry walked in, I knew it was going to be a hat trying on experience. So it was fun. You got a hat?
And you got a hat.
I got a.
But you didn't get a hat.
No, because a hat that I fell in love with was a steampunk hat with an eyeball
was an
embedded in the
awesome hat.
leather that was only $467. A few bucks more than what I wanted to spend, so I had to not get
But I think we
that
have
hat.
a picture of that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, it was a really cool hat.
Yeah.
What you finding over here, Art?
How's this hat look?
There it is.
Yeah? Is it D hat?
That's it.
Yeah. Sure.
Front man of Kiss.
Sure.
Sure.
I kind of like that. Oh, really? It's got the wide brim, so it keeps the sun off of you when you're in Phoenix, in the desert.
So you guys did a little shopping in downtown Durango, got some food, and you guys went to Richard Cooke's house. Kind of describe that, because he lives kind of out there. Kind of describe just going down there, what was going through you guys' mind before you set out to play.
Well, it was a long dirt road in the middle of nowhere, but on top of this mountain. So, you know, once we got there, it was just a beautiful, beautiful view.
You know, when we got there, in fact, later on, I found out that Louis L'Amour lived. His ranch was down in that valley down in there. So it was very beautiful, especially when we crested over and we pulled into his place. Very nice cabin, just a view for miles. But we had kind of arrived in the evening, so I think our grand experience was in the morning when the sun came up and we were able to see where we were actually at.
And definitely, and we couldn't really see all of the amazing instruments that were on Richard's property until daylight.
Yes.
So
All kinds of beautiful instruments in the woods or throughout.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, inside the musical yurt, outside
Yeah.
the musical yurt.
everywhere. It's a musical playground.
You left it plugged in?
No, I
It
know.
sounds like a bat.
It does. And I have one, but I think I'm gonna not try to do it right now. No, I should.
You want me to do it? I can do it. Heck, well, I can do it pretty
Yeah,
quick.
with the battery right there.
Yeah, I just loosen up the E, A, and D, and then I get in there and get it.
Oh, and I don't mind doing the same.
Yeah, do that. Just from up where you get your hand in there.
Be my first time up that.
Oh, really?
I haven't been up Wolf Creek. It's a legend of a hill.
You know,
I've been down Donner, been down one out of Hurricane, these really steep hills.
So that night, when you guys played in Durango, kind of talk about that first show. Were there any first show jitters with you guys? What was going through you guys' minds before the show started, and then when you guys actually got into your rhythm?
Well, I was praying another guitar wouldn't break down.
Yeah, we had some guitar breaking.
Yeah, we had we were doing a sound check, and Art plugged his guitar in and it wasn't working. So I was like, hey, no worries, man. I brought extra guitar. So we broke that guitar out and plugged it in, and that wasn't working. So we checked the batteries and it still didn't work. We checked chords, it still didn't work. So that tour was kind of dependent on one guitar.
It was.
But you know, it went really great. I think we were very impressed with the way it sounded in the yurt.
Beautiful sound in the yurt.
Beautiful sound. And I could tell I had played in that yurt before with Scott Cosue several
That's
years
right.
back. And the audience is so appreciative of the music. And I just had a really good feeling we were going to have a fantastic show that night.
And it was great, and the audience really seemed to connect with us, and
Yeah.
there was so many great comments.
Yeah,
There.
it seemed to bring out the love in people that were in the audience.
Yeah. With I mean, God, the celebrations went on till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning.
What time did we have to leave?
6 in
6
the
in the
morning.
morning. Yeah. So we were. It was a good time.
Okay.
Don't forget to do your
High five.
who's gonna do some commercials and stuff.
On 3.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Trialogue,
Yeah. Trialogue and one missing boot. Okay.
5 years ago with Scott Cosue, and I certainly fondly remember that. I've seen all these people elsewhere, and I'm so happy that I get to see them here.